Kindie Rockstars. Prepare for a treat, let's meet and greet some bands and singers that are super sweet, making music that's fun for boys and girls. Help them learn about this great big world. Fun for the family, yes it's true, your kids will love it and you will too. Clap and dance and sing aloud, become a part of the Kindie crowd. These songs will make you move your feet and give your ears a great big treat. So settle in, grab your guitars, and let's get to know our Kindie Rockstars. Hello everyone, and welcome to Kindie Rockstars. This is the show that gives you the stories behind the songs from some of the best bands and singers that are making fun, informative, educational, catchy, and occasionally silly songs for children and families. I'm your host, Patrick Adams, and each episode of Kindie Rockstars will feature an artist and a featured song. So let's get to this week's show. With me today is Sue McBRIDE from the beautiful country of Canada. Welcome to the show, Sue.
Hi.
Hi. Tell me about how you got into Kindie music and a little bit about your background.
Well, it goes back a bit. When I was studying music education in college, I was studying voice at the time, and piano was my minor. And Sharon Lois and Bram were really popular at the time, and I decided to record a cassette, because cassettes were popular in those days, of children's music, some of which were original that I wrote. And I did a minimal release of like 200 of those cassettes, and they were really hot. And at the time I was graduating into teaching, and I got married and had kids. And I was so busy with my career that I couldn't continue with the recording aspect of children's music and touring and those sorts of things. But I was integrating music into the programming that I was doing for the children and the various roles I had as an educator. So when I retired, I wrote a big note on my board, and it said, "Start a new chapter and live happily ever after." And as soon as I retired, I set about doing the dream I had of becoming a children's entertainer and recording artist. And so I started putting out videos on YouTube, and they were so huge. I decided to go to kids radio and get on social media platforms. And I have about 250,000 views already in a year of my children's videos on YouTube. And I've had a really good response by radio and streaming platforms. So I decided to put out an entire album that would be worthy of awards this year. And I just released that on SoundCloud. So that's sort of it in a nutshell. I was inspired by Sharon Lois and Bram. Long ago.
Very good. Tell me a little bit about these awards.
Well, the Nova Scotia Music Awards coming up in the fall, and there's the East Coast Music Awards, which I will be entering my album in as well. And then there's the Juno Awards, which is Canadian. There's a children's category for that. And then there's the Canadian Folk Singer-Songwriters Award that I can go for in the winter. So I have a plan, this year that I will be going for these awards, and I'll be entering my album Shine that I just released into those awards.
Now, does your music have like a central theme to them, or are the topics just sort of general?
Well, the ones that were released so far, the 3 that are on Spotify, the other 3 are moving, in the album too, like they'll be in Shine. And they're new songs that I first put out on SoundCloud, and now they're going to the streaming platforms. But all of those songs were pretty much selected for certain reasons. The first 3 were selected because I was trying to get, through the millions of people that are recording and performing on YouTube and all around the world on the internet. And so I selected songs that would go with a particular theme. So in the case of Canada, I targeted it for Canada Day release, and also that it would be educational, and that would be teaching geography things to children, concepts of geography, and also that there'd be lots of opportunities for teachers and homeschoolers to do rhythmic things with their children, and movement as well. So with every song that I release, there's a lot of thought that goes into the arrangement, so that there's lots of learning musically and educationally.
Yeah, no, that's one of the greatest things about Kindie music is a lot of the songs are really fun, but at the same time, they're teaching kids something important.
Yes, and if you notice, if you listen to the arrangements, I really take a great deal of time in doing the arrangements. I put as much effort into those arrangements as I do the adult music that I create, because I feel that children deserve quality music. And I hope that my music will be sung in homes and in schools and used to teach. And so I try to produce the very best recording for the kids that I can do. And for instance, in Little Lighthouse, that was a weather theme song. We have lots of lighthouses here in Nova Scotia, and they're important for the sailors and fishermen to keep them safe. And I incorporated learning about weather and movement about weather in that song, so that teachers could use that in their weather themes, and parents could use that in their home learning for the weather theme. And that's, I think, why that became so popular. But also the arrangement, if you listen carefully, every single type of weather has a different musical timbre to it. And even the storm, I used a classical composition to create that run on the piano. So there's a lot of atmosphere in the songs created by the orchestration, and a lot of thought goes into that for the kids.
Very good. All right. Are you ready to get into a song?
Yes. Let's go.
Right, the song is called Canada. Sue, I think I know the inspiration for this song, but go ahead and tell us the background of Canada.
Well, I was looking through my book of songs, what I could release, and it was coming up to Canada Day. And because I'd been in the public schools and I've taught every grade and tutored students right up to grade 12, I knew there was a need for a Canada song, something that would be catchy and that would teach kids to spell Canada, and would tell them what the capital of their country was. So I really wrote that song to teach a little geography lesson, and help with literacy as far as spelling Canada is concerned. And then the accompaniment for it was meant to make, the tune earwormish, so that it would stick in people's heads, and that the children, when they're singing it, would be able to memorize the information that's in it about, what a loony and a toonie is worth, and those sorts of things.
Yeah, now I'm a huge fan of geography-based children's songs. I have a couple myself, but yeah, I listened to this one, and I've been to Canada a few times, and the loony and the toonie, I had to crack a smile about that one. I immediately got that.
That's so true. And when I was teaching primary, the how I taught phonics in the morning was I cracked open the guitar and we sang songs that had the sounds of the letters in them. So I know the power of music in teaching and anchoring knowledge. And so I do that in all of my songs.
Very good. All right, everyone, let's get ready to learn a little bit about Canada. Here is Sue McBRIDE.
C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. Canada has 10 provinces and 3 territories too. The capital city is Ottawa. Canada, the world loves you. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. Canada's flag is red and white with the red maple leaf in the center. Canada is known for ice hockey, which is played in the colder weather. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. Canada is bilingual.
Bonjour.
Speak French and speak English too. A loonie will give you $1, and a toonie will give you 2. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, 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 Canada. C-A-N-A-D-A, Canada.
That was Canada by Sue McBRIDE. All right, Sue, tell everyone where they can stream and download the song Canada and where they can find you on social media.
Well, my professional website is suemcbridemusic.com. You can find me and my music videos on YouTube under Sue McBRIDE Music. I'm streaming on all of the platforms, and on Spotify, my children's music's under Sue McBRIDE for Kids. And right now, my new album is streaming on SoundCloud. If you want to get a sneak peek of the new songs, and it will be in the stores, Spotify on Sue McBRIDE for Kids in a few days. And as far as you can find me in a lot of other platforms, I'm very active on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I have pages even on TikTok. I'm doing TikToks.
Excellent. Yeah, we as Kindie artists all need to get into TikTok somehow. That's huge. All right, Sue, thank you so much for doing the show. Everybody, please check out her stuff. It's great. Learn about Canada, learn about lighthouses, learn about all sorts of different things. Thank you for being on the show, Sue.
Thank you very much, and thank you for listening to my music. Goodbye.